All right, let's check these people. Let's check these people. Good morning to all of you. Let's see if we got sound here before I go for too much further. All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Tuesday, November 19th, right? Oh man, we got snow outside. It's super oppressively snowy out there. Good morning to all of you. Let's say hello to everyone who's in here, and then we'll get started quickly because I'm not going to do like yesterday and take forever to get the ball rolling here. So here we go. Today, Delphi, what does it look like? What does this look like? Okay. Welcome, Rose Adams. All right. Welcome, Deborah. I can't understand why the defense didn't address the unknown male DNA, especially in those locations. A male family member should not be touching those areas. And if he should be in jail. This was mind-boggling that no one addressed this at trial. The girls, especially Libby, having DNA on them in places where SA occurs is infuriating. It's sad, but yep. And we're not going to gaslight and call it laundry. No, look at it. Okay, look at it. Welcome, Sleuthy. Welcome, Tracy Fleetwood. Welcome, Crystal Blue. And David Gray, Mudbug. All right, welcome, Keith. Welcome, Don Steele. David Rogers. All right, welcome, for Baby Daddy. Kit Kat. Did I say Adrian? Adrian. Veronica Davis. Um, it's a new day. All right. All right. Amy Dunn, welcome. Cherry Pops, welcome. Matt, welcome. Chris from Quebec, welcome to you. Thanks for being here. All right, we're getting in here. We're getting it done. All right, what's up, Lisa? Lisa, Teresa. What's up, Teresa? Amy, Mickey. All right, Winter 63. CAA. All right, CAA. Lisa, Gaslight You, Sunflower Soul. All right, Rachel 133. Britt Marie from Sweden. Good morning to you. Mama G knows best. Good morning. Sarah, good morning. Um, Winter 63. I might have said hello. Nancy Drew 101. Welcome. Okay. For Fragaria. Welcome. Michelle. Welcome everyone. Okay. Kathy S. Old Mort, New Mort. Um, True Justice. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. Have we caught up yet? Babs 3652 from Sweden. Also, welcome. All right. Marianne Foster, welcome in. Francie Fran, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right. Hmm. J Rabbit, good to see you, J Rabbit. All right. Miss K, welcome in. B welcome in. Um, Donald Kuntz, welcome in. Amy Dunn, welcome in. Teresa F. All right. So you guys, good morning to you. Hey, do me a favor. Those of you who are just lurking, join the chat. And everyone, hit the like. Okay, let's do that. All right. Good morning to you, RC99. All right. So, yeah, Delphi. What does this look like? Hmm. It looks bad. It looks bad. And, well, I'm going to get right into it. Okay. I'll get right into it. What's up, Curious Luke 93X? Welcome in. Okay. Um, looks bad. So let's get into it. What's up, Mar R? Okay. And Nick O from Germany. Welcome in from Germany. All right, goody, goody. All right. So let's do this. Let's see if I can manage. All right, here we go. Tamara from Croatia. Welcome in. Let's get this going. All right, let's see. So, so that you guys would be able to benefit, okay, from this, I'd like you to look here. This is Jenna DeBlanc. Okay, see right here? Jenna. I want you to see it. Okay, pointing her out here. As far as I'm aware, she is the creator okay, of this amazing graphic here. Okay, so if you are interested in something like this, go and follow her. Okay, Jenna DeBlanc. Um, Visual of the DNA found at the crime scene in Creek. This one does not include hair, only the swabs. Okay, so understand, we're going to talk about the hair, but this graphic does not include the hair. Okay, check this out. Most of the DNA of the unknown male or males is on Libby. Okay, so let's check it out. All right, so let's do this. Look at this. Okay, purple. Let's talk about the purple. Let's get that out of the way. We're going to get stuff out of the way first. Purple is Abby. Okay, well, this makes sense, doesn't it? All of this DNA on Abby makes sense. Her own DNA on her own clothing. See, her own DNA on her own clothing. Okay. Now listen, lab tech. Okay, you see these orange splotches. Lab tech. Okay, also no big deal. So purple, no big deal. Lab tech, no big deal. Libby is blue. Okay, Libby is blue. Purple, blue, no big deal. Purple, blue, orange, no big deal. Everywhere you'd expect to find, right? Everywhere. No big deal. But we have some big deals here. Here's the big deals. Unknown male. First of all, let's look at Libby. Okay. So let's look at Libby. Libby here. Unknown male or males. Okay. Listen here. Fingernail. Fingernail swabs, right? Very bad. Very bad to be on the fingernails here. Look at here. Look at little Abby. Fingernails. You see that? Abby, Libby, Libby, and Abby. Fingernail swabs. Okay. What about this? Okay. This is indicative to me of sexual contact, right? Breast and crotch area. Okay. That means the swabs all came back positive. There's a male all over her. Okay. Look, coincidentally here on Abby. Now remember, these genes here could have come off this girl. We're not sure. Okay. Despite what the state will have you believe, we are not sure whether these genes came off this girl or not. But the fact is that we have gene crotch, male DNA, fingernail, male DNA, crotch, breast, fingernail, male DNA. Okay, is that clear enough for you? Is that clear enough? Remember, Abby Libby, all these colors don't matter. That's Abby Libby's colors. Don't matter. They don't matter. The orange doesn't matter. What does matter? The green. Focus on the green. Let's look. Okay, what does that look like to you? All right. What does that look like to you? Hand, crotch, hand, crotch, unknown male, hand, crotch, unknown male, unknown male. All right. Again, let's talk about what doesn't matter. Okay, Abby Libby. Here, what doesn't matter. Abby's, allegedly. Okay, we got both girls' DNA here. Okay. All right. Now, look what doesn't what doesn't add up here. Remember, I told you my theory is that those girls had these clothes thrown in the creek as part of the staging. Okay, remember my hypothesis here. These clothes were thrown into the creek, staging. Look, I mean, does it make sense to have none of the girl's DNA on any of these clothing? Does that make sense? All right. Anyhow, let's go back to her. Okay, this is Jenna DeBlanc, like I said. Um, right. And she gives a source, right? So let's go to the source. All right. Now we're at the source. Now, Libby's clothing, allegedly, okay, allegedly, Libby's jeans. 10 cuttings, 2 swabs, okay. Possible blood, hair with root. Result, no blood, no blood on those jeans, but on a dead girl? Really? Okay, hold on. So you're telling me no blood on these jeans, on this dead girl's jeans? No blood. Insufficient DNA in the hair. Okay. Well, how? How is there insufficient hair? I mean, DNA on a hair with root. Can't you do a visual analysis or comparison? Okay. Okay. Now, get back to this. Let's go. That's the jeans. No blood, remember. Sweatshirt, this shirt here that's full of Libby and Abby, right? Full of Libby and Abby's. 11 cuttings, 3 swabs. Front pocket, cuff, sleeve. Blood and hair. Okay, blood on that. And we know that because it's on the back. All right, so this says 8 cuttings match Abby. 3 cuttings, a mix of Abby and Libby. Hair, again, insufficient DNA. Cuff matched Abby. Mix on 2 other swabs cannot be determined how many profiles. Second round of testing. 22 swabs on front of hoodie avoiding blood. 1 swab is a mix of 3, unknown male and Abby Libby. Other swabs show Abby major, Libby minor. 9, no conclusion, no male DNA. Then said found male DNA not being able to develop it. Okay, you know that sounds like fuckery, is what it sounds like. It sounds like some fuckery with these uh, findings here. All right, sounds like some fuckery with this item here. But again, hair on the jeans, hair on the shirt, and that's all on Abby. All on Abby. Inconclusive. Okay, and let's keep going. Underwear missing. Well, what is this? Okay. Tie-dye shirt. In creek, one cutting, hair, failed quantification. Really? Really? Okay. Shoes, one in creek, one under Abbey. Under Abbey, blood and hair. Animal hair. 3 of 7 are Abbey. 4 of 7 are not enough for analysis. 1 of 2 is Abbey. 1 of 2 is not enough for analysis. Blood and hair of the shoe under Abbey. Other shoe, 5 swabs. Abbey, mixture, and 3 swabs not enough to test. Okay. Right sock, left sock. No info, no info from the court. Okay. All right, Libby's body. Well, you know what? Actually, yeah, let's continue. Okay. Actually, no, I want to skip here. I want to skip here. We'll come back to that. Abby's clothing. Okay. Jeans. Okay, let's get back to the visual. Okay, see the jeans. From the creek, Abby and Libby's DNA. Gray sweat shirt zip up. Insufficient DNA. Okay, 7 swabs, 1 cutting. Shirt on Abby. 14 cuttings. Blood, 2 hairs with roots. 1 hair was Abby, 1 hair not enough DNA. Can we do a visual analysis? Underwear of Abby in the creek. 1 cutting, 2 swabs. Oh, so I see, I goofed. This underwear here. Okay. This was Libby's underwear is missing. Then where is it? Libby's underwear. Okay. Which maybe she didn't have any. Okay, let's see. Abby's underwear. Let's see. Where is it? Here. In creek. Everything swabbed as Abby. Okay. All right. Blood and hair. Blood and hairs. All on Abby. On the bras. Abby's DNA, a mix with an unknown. Hair not enough. Hair not enough. Hair. Consistent theme in this is hair not enough for analysis. All right. Shoes were on Abby. Showed Abby's DNA, right? Nothing on the socks. Okay, now let's go here. Now the socks. The socks here. Pink sock, black sock. Pink sock, black sock. In the creek, possibly belonging to the girls. 3 hairs. 3 hairs. Swabs partial with multiple contributors, all insufficient. Once again, hairs, 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 hairs. Green bandana, got nothing on it, right? Nothing. There's no red flags there. Black camisole in creek. Hair, all insufficient. A lot of hair, look at all this hair. Hair, hair, hair. All insufficient, nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, here on the branches. Okay, we got 2 branches consistent with Libby. No DNA on the cartridge. We got Libby's DNA. Check the following: blood, 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 F tree blood. Okay, blood, 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 F tree blood, Libby. We got blood under Abby, blood under Abby. Okay, blood under Libby. Now observe here with the blood. Let's listen. If you're squeamish, please just come back in 10 minutes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blood puddles consistent with Libby, 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 near tree, tree, tree. Libby, near tree. Inconclusive by tree. Now, Abby, we have 1, 2, under Abby. Now, remember what I've said, that Libby was alive at the crime scene, Abby was not. Here's why, or here's where I'm getting at with this. Libby has blood all over the crime scene, evidence that she was walking and sitting while alive. Okay? Remember, the largest of these blood puddles of Libby's had sticks in the form of a rune that was similar to Abby's or the formation of sticks that was over Abby's body. There was a similar formation of sticks over the largest pool of Libby's blood. Okay. Under Abby is the only blood, and it's just a little. There's no evidence that Abby was ever alive at the crime scene. No walking around in blood. No bleeding all over. No sitting up bleeding. No standing up bleeding. The only injury to Abby's neck is a small surgical type of incision. Okay. The iPhone placed under Abby's body, under the shoe, both swabs had a mixture of the both girls' DNA. Right? Let's go up here before I continue with this. Let's go to start with Abby's body. Okay. Rape kit, vaginal, possible semen, partial, no Y chromosome. Rape kit, external, swab, unknown male. Okay, do you see what we're saying here? Rape kit, external genital, unknown male. Internal, possible semen. Rape kit, fingernail, unknown male. Okay, so what does all of this, let's go back to this. Now, look at the highlighted portions. Unknown male, external vaginal, possible semen, internal vaginal, rape kit fingernail, unknown male. A whole lot of unknown male on Abby, is there not? Left hand. Left hand, okay? 2 hairs, both with root. One can be corrected. This is Kelsey. Kelsey. 2, not enough DNA. You would assume it's Kelsey. You would assume both hands, both female, sorry. You would assume both hairs are from the same female, both with root. Kelsey, left hand. Abby's left hand. Let's go back. Abby's left hand, right here. Right hand, unknown male. Vaginal external, unknown male. Left hand, Kelsey. All right, let's go. It gets worse. It gets very much worse. Libby's body. Look at the highlighted portions. Rape kit vaginal, possible semen. Rape kit external, unknown male. Rape kit fingernails, unknown male. Once again, no one sees any cause for alarm for this. Unknown male, 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 unknown male. They want you to think it's laundry? Do they really expect you to believe this is laundry? How does the laundry explain the possible semen or the external genital swab or the under the fingernails? Now, here's where it gets interesting, okay? I honestly missed this until I saw this here. I honestly missed this. Left and right thigh, blood, unknown male. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Left and right thigh, blood, unknown male. Did someone make a mistake with this information here? Is this a bad spreadsheet? Left right breast, blood, unknown male. Does this mean we have unknown male blood on the breast and inner thighs? Here's what I can tell you. You see everything in green, all this unknown male under the victim's fingernails, all this unknown male on the victim's genitalia, all the unknown male here. None of this unknown male DNA belongs to Richard Allen. Chime in the comment section if you think any of this belongs to Richard Allen. Please chime in. All right, what do we have here? Hair on left arm. Not enough DNA, but can you do a microscopic visual analysis? Okay, here, what do we have here? Left wrist, blood. Right wrist, blood. Thigh, blood. Thigh, blood. Left wrist, right wrist, blood. Thigh, possible blood. Thigh, unknown male. You know, you know. So let's back this up again, just in case you forgot already. Just in case we forgot already. Rape kits, possible semen, external genital, unknown male, fingernails, unknown male. Abby's body, rape kit, possible semen, unknown male, external, fingernail, unknown male. Okay, have I made my point? Have I made my point here? Again, sources. Okay. So what are we looking at? We've got some questions here to ponder. First one. Second one. Third one is rich. Were unknown male samples compared to each other? Question. Were unknown male samples compared to anyone else in Delphi? Since we know they don't match Richard Allen, were these unknown male samples tested against Keegan and Tony Klein? Were these unknown male samples tested against anyone in the family? Were these unknown male samples tested against anyone in the Franks memorandum? Were these unknown male samples tested against Ron Logan or Brad Weber? Additionally, who are unknown female 2 and 3? We know Kelsey's one. Remember I said yesterday there's a clump of hair, according to a trusted source, that's blonde. Do we have other females other than Kelsey, who left hair at the crime scene or at the bridge. Both girls had male DNA in same locations on rape kit. Seems to have been overlooked. Okay, let me show you the whole thing. There. Absolutely unbelievable. But Richard Allen is convicted of 4 counts of murder. None of this is his DNA. Okay. It gets worse, as it always does. Let's go to Jenna's page. Okay. Check this one out. 3 hairs that could have been tested. DNA analyst Bozanovsky sent 72 hairs to the FBI. Out of those 72, 3 were rootless and inconsistent with Abby and Libby. Okay? 3 were rootless and inconsistent with Abby and Libby. And this is not in reference to the Kelsey hair. Law enforcement was told that the 3 hairs could be sent to an independent lab that had the technology to extract DNA from the shafts, necessary because they were rootless. This test would deplete the samples. Ellie was told that the FBI could compare the 3 hairs microscopically against a known sample like Richard Allen or anyone else in Delphi to see if they were consistent. This test would not deplete the samples. Ellie decided to have neither of these done. Okay, so back this up. You can't make this up. Three possible hairs that could have been tested. Either with the technology that can extract DNA from the shafts, or microscopically against a known sample like has been done for 250 years or more. Okay. And you wonder why people are a little upset about this? All right. So this is thanks to Jenna. Okay, thanks to Jenna. Now let's take a look at this. Abby Williams. First point that I consistently repeat. Single incision across neck, 2 inches long. Okay. To me, that's the most important thing about her injury. Sounds exactly like what Megan Allen said she did, which was stabbed a girl to see what it would feel like. Okay. 2 inches long. Well, 5 centimeters, less than 2 inches. How wide is your typical hunting type knife? If you went straight in, straight out of someone's neck, isn't that what you'd get? This right here? Okay. Now, here too, left jugular. Hmm. Where where were those hair in Abby's hand? Which hand? Which hand was Kelsey and someone else's possible hair? There were multiple hairs. Left hand. Injury on the left side of the neck. Make with that make of that what you may. All right. Oh, let me back this up. Actually, did they say no defensive wounds in here? Yeah, here. Okay. No defensive wounds. Okay. Let's go to Liberty. No defensive wounds. Okay. This is Luke's website. So if you want to follow him, you go ahead, delphicase.com. This is another good one. There's another good one. Is it not here? Oh, okay. Wait, let me find him. Hold on. Got a little confused. Let me back this up. All right. Want to show you one more thing before I go to the chat. So please me. I mean, forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I want you to look at this. Hmm? Here we go. There we go. It took a minute to find it. Just another one. Okay, just another one for you. I'll just let that marinate for a minute. I'll just let this marinate right here. There's a tiny switch at the end of the 3.5 millimeter aux plug. The switch is compressed when a jack is inserted. It's not a drop of water shorting out the connection. It's a switch that must be compressed. All right, because like I've told you so many times, you're already aware what the troll farm does. They take everything that's devastating for their gaslight and they have to come up with a counterpoint or a counter narrative to try to fool everyone into thinking other than reality. So you've seen the DNA on the bodies. You've seen all the unknown male DNA on the sexual organs. You've learned they didn't test any of the hair, basically. Basically, all the hair's a charade because the only hair they tested was what was demanded the week before trial or first week of trial. Are you kidding me? Then they had to admit that it was Kelsey's. What about all the other hair? All the other hair, so much hair. Everything's been a lie. Everything. Okay. Mm. Everything's been a lie. Dr. Vonda K coming in for the win. In physics, matter matters. Good one. Good one. Okay. How's about this one? How is this not exculpatory? WTH. How is none of this exculpatory? I ask you that. How is none of this exculpatory? Remember, um, none of this all of what you've just seen, not one bit of it connects to Richard Allen. I mean, can't make it up. I mean, I just want to pull it back up. Sorry. Just want to pull it back up for you guys because I'm actually astonished. Just let you marinate for a while I go get a refill of my water. It's Let's see. I'll pull it up again. There we go. Let's pull it up again. So I don't know what else to say. I mean, do we have to stare at it like? Do we have to pull a Gray Hughes and stare at it for 3 hours? I mean, I don't think we have to. All right, so let's look at the. Let's look at the chat here. I'm sorry, I just get a little. I feel like I don't have to drive that home any further. I mean, let's just be real here. All right, now let's back it up a bit. I haven't looked at the chat at all, so forgive me there. I'll back it up some and we'll look at it. Maybe that's a good place to start. A good point here, Cricket. This is by far the worst investigation I've ever seen. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got. Thank you, Cricket. If they wanted the real killers, they would do whatever test they could, like in all other fucking cases. What do you want to bet? Any samples law enforcement had are long gone. All right. If I were a family member of one of these girls, I would demand to know who the hell's DNA is all over my dead child's body, especially if it's not who they have on trial. Thank you for mentioning that. Bezo Jones, you're always on point. You're always amazing. Good point there. Because you got two dead bodies, 13 and 14 years old. You have someone's DNA in all their private parts and under their fingernails. I mean, and then don't forget the point that we saw there that on some of the clothes, no DNA whatsoever, which would suggest those clothes were laundered, thrown in the creek clean, is what I think. Remember, I said the clothes in the creek are part of the staging. Everything is part of the staging. I mean, okay, my theory in short, everything is part of the staging. Every single thing is part of the staging. The bodies, the phone, what's on the bodies, what's not on the bodies, what's in the creek. Everything is part of the staging, right? Okay. The investigation was to cover up, not to get to the truth, just like the search. The search was to bring the kids there, kill one, and move the bodies and stage them. It wasn't to search. I mean, we covered that pretty extensively last night. How the hell did you have hundreds of people searching for 20 hours and it's only the size of a football field or two and you don't find the girls? So the search was called the murder and moving and staging. The investigation was called the cover up. This was supposed to never go to trial. Okay. Exactly, Old Mort. Old Mort, New Mort. Thank you so much for mentioning that because I didn't even think of that. No DNA swabs of their mouths or their faces. How about their backs or backsides? Prof, have you seen the pictures? Yes. If so, was it jagged cut or clean cut? Abby's cut was very clean cut. Libby's cuts, plural, are horribly jagged and chaotic. Okay. All right. Um, all right. Let's continue. Let's continue. All right. Is it a stab or an actual incision? Incision would be more to insert something to drain blood. I think Abby was stabbed directly in that way. I don't think she's cut. I think she's stabbed. I think Libby's obviously sliced multiple times in a chaotic fashion. They thought they would get a plea and never have to allow any of this info to the public. Allen and his lawyers were not expected to make it this far. The fix was in, but before we got all this info. Yeah. They tried to force a plea. Okay. They tried to force a plea. You understand that, right? That was the whole point of Ruckus Rocks, Mark Cohen, Jinx, and the whole troll farm trying to set up and record Kathy Allen and use it to get to Richard's mind. And they tried to threaten to kill his family. They tried to do all these things to try to force a plea deal. The only thing is, he never went for it. Who had a fresh grave the week those interviews that got magically lost? Yeah, people of Delphi. People of Delphi. These are your daughters, your granddaughters, sisters, nieces, and you celebrate the verdict and support the suppression of this evidence? All right. Why did the defense not go through each of these samples, pointing out how many belong to unknown males and unknown females, and that law enforcement refused the testing of the three hairs? Hmm? Oh, yeah. Can't, it's pretty hard to get over no defensive wounds. And you're, look, so let's back it up. How would I say this? Imagine, okay, just imagine. Jeez, man. Just imagine someone's going to attack you with a knife they're holding. You're going to come under knife attack. Okay, put your mind in the place of a victim. You're about to come under a knife attack. Someone's coming at you with a knife. You're not going to do this, grab the knife, uh, nothing like this, turn away. You're not going to do anything like that. Not even once. You're just going to stay still and hold your neck up and let them cut you with the knife. Not one defensive wound on either girl, but you got unknown male DNA under the fingernails and external to the genitalia. Something's not adding up here. Were those girls drugged? Were they drugged? Were they somehow otherwise incapacitated? It's actually it's like it's oh, I can't think of the word. It's unreal. It's unreal. Not one defensive wound. Okay, and someone's coming at you with a knife to kill you. Poor little girls. Yes, and remember, they were little girls. They were little girls, children, 13 years old. Remember when you were 12 or 13, maybe even 14? Would you say you were a big girl, a grown girl, a big guy, or would you say you were still a kid? I mean, you don't get a time of death. You don't get stomach contents. You don't get toxicology. You don't get analysis of the hair. You basically had to twist their arms and force them to test the Kelsey hair and reveal that it was indeed Kelsey's. And of course, like I said, the stalking, harassing, criminal underworld dark web chomos came up with an excuse for that. They had the excuse ready to go, you know. Oh, well, it was in the sweater. Not one defensive wound. Fought like hell. Yeah, right. Right. Fought like hell. Stuck together to the end. Oh, really? hmm She was a hero for filming Bridge Guy, which never happened. Okay, filming Bridge Guy never happened. Let's be real. The only ones who've been heroes in this are those who are still diligently trying to find the truth. Libby was not a hero for filming Bridge Guy because Bridge Guy was nothing. We don't even know if he has anything to do with the murders. Abby was not a hero for putting the phone under her body to hide it from the perpetrator because no, we don't believe that Abby put the phone under a shoe under her body to save it for investigators. So let's stop fantasizing about what really happened with these girls and let's just be honest here. We don't have to make them heroes. They are victims. Okay. The heroes are those out here taking the licks to keep speaking for them because they're voiceless. Okay. It's pretty clear there was some sort of sexual assault, is it not? You saw Jenna's graphic there. I mean, can it get any more obvious? Abby stabbed in the left side of the neck. Kelsey's hair is pulled out from the root on her left hand. Huh. What's up, Luke? Okay, Luke, whose post I was reading, curious Luke right here. I read that from Apple's patent documents for the 3.5 millimeter port design. It's a mechanical switch, meaning, you want to talk about exculpatory, meaning that when Richard Allen was long gone at home, 5:44, last ping of the phone. 5:45, someone plugs that 3.5 millimeter a cable into that jack. In the 10 p.m. hour, someone unplugs that. Okay. Was it Abby who had almost no blood under her? Yes. Maybe her blood was collected in a sacrifice by gruesome men or fetched, but what could be the reason? Or that she bled out somewhere else. Okay. It doesn't have to be all of that. It could be, but it could also just be she bled out somewhere else. Yeah, good point here. Good point, Michelle. Thank you for coming. Were the girls given the date rape drug? It might not stay in the system long enough to test, and they would not fight back. Bonkers babe, you've been looking at who I've been looking at, apparently. Okay. Yes, that's why I made a point to emphasize that, Aaron Town. Thank you for mentioning. Remarkable that they say the sweater Abby was, or the sweatshirt Abby was wearing, was saturated with blood on the backside, supposedly, but no blood on the jeans. What? No blood on the jeans. Did they do a toxicology screen? The pathologist didn't even do stomach contents, or maybe he did, but maybe they did all of that. Maybe they did everything correct, but like everything else, it disappeared. Remember, he also changed his statement after 3 meetings with McClellan, in which they were trying to compel him to say that um, so after 3 meetings where McClellan is mentioning there's a box cutter, there's a box cutter, there's a confession of a box cutter. Are you sure there wasn't a box cutter? There's a confession with a box cutter. Are you sure the wounds were not made with a box cutter? Then only after those 3 meetings, then he says, you know what? Sure, it was a serrated weapon, but possibly there was also a box cutter. It's pretty clear that Abby was already gone, blood drained, washed, and dressed, and brought back. Libby sees Abby at 2:30 a.m., screams, then they kill her at the crime scene and stage and turn the phone back on. That's pretty much what I believe. So everyone, please read this. Let me cough real quick. Please read this because this is what I think. Okay. Okay. Apologize. I want a little bite of chocolate. I'm going to keep my energy up. All right. Let's keep on looking at these comments here. Well, listen, not just that, Mama J. If the phone had gotten wet, you do realize there's an indicator, there's a moisture indicator on those phones, which if it had gotten wet, the phone would have permanently been marked by those indicators as a phone that had been wet, that could easily have been disclosed because it's clear as day. You don't even have to break down the phone to see it. At the iPhone store, they shine a little light and they just look right in and see if that indicator has changed colors. Okay. All right. So what else am we looking at here? Um, did the prosecution get to the defense at the end? Just a thought. I don't know what happened. What happened to the defense? Here's another thing I got to say. Okay. You're not going to like this. Okay. You guys are not going to like this. Um, all right. All right. So I don't care if you like it or not, because I'm not here to make you like me. I'm also not here to agree with everything someone else says. So as far as Rick Snay has been talking about lately, and a bunch of you also. Um, Wolfpack Motorcycle Club. Let it go. Let it go, guys. Total misinformation, distraction, bullshit. Okay. My opinion, nothing there. It's a distraction. Let it go. Please hold a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Um, okay, so I was going on about that. Listen, it's fucking nothing there. Okay, I've looked at it. Zero connections, zero nothing, fucking nothing burger. There's so much more on the Kokomo crew, Megan Allen, uh, anyone who ever dealt for Derek German, and the entire family line. None of that has shit to do with Wolfpack Motorcycle Club. Okay? So, yes, it's okay if you want to talk about it. If Rick wants to talk about it, we won't be talking about it here because it's nothing. I found nothing, zero, zilch. I am not interested until something compelling and interesting comes along. Then it might be worth discussing. I won't be discussing it here, but I wanted to chime in because I see a lot. I see it's gaining steam or momentum. A lot of people are talking about it, and I think you're wasting your time. Everybody is related to everybody in that county. Okay, you're going to find some of that. Everybody's been in trouble for methamphetamine or something like that in that county. You're going to find a lot of that. There are always coincidences that you can say with timing, and you're going to find some of that. I'm trying to keep you from wasting your time. Forget it. Anyway, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. Um, all right. Okay. Easy E. Curious if you think the Evansdale murders of Elizabeth Collins and Lyric Cook could be possibly related. Yes, I do. I do. I also think the Stevensons over in Kentucky. Okay. A good point. Good point, DB Cooper. How could Gall not allow third party evidence when there's clearly third party DNA? Well, hey, question here. Did you test that unknown DNA against every single male that you ever took a swab from? I think that would have been appropriate. Okay, seems like it would have been appropriate to do. You got unknown male DNA tested against everyone. All right. All right. Let's see. Um, Anything else here? How far behind am I? 20 minutes? I do agree that something happened to that jury on the last Saturday when two of the main investigators were seen at their hotel. Mhm. Snake says, welcome in. They didn't do an investigation at all. They did the bare minimum, or they did a normal investigation and deleted everything and lied about it. Just sad they cared nothing about those babies. They had to cover up everything for their fellow brothers. Oh, it smells like it. And everyone is knowing it. Look, the whole gaslight, like that's been successful for these 7 years, it's over. The masquerade is over, and so is love, and so is love. It's over. The masquerade is over. Okay, the masquerade is over. No one believes any of it anymore. It's really so obvious at this point. Okay. Jake Brooks, thanks for the 9.99 super sticker. Everyone, please support the channel. Thank you for the super sticker. Everyone else, please support the channel. I need your support. I would love your support. We have Cash App, Buy Me a Coffee, and please support the channel. Appreciate it. Also, if you're just watching, please do us all a favor and join the chat. It's friendly in the chat. Okay, we like the chat, so please join the chat. All right. The DOJ needs to get involved immediately. Thank you very much. Who's the unknown DNA, the unknown male DNA for, and who are the unknown female hairs for? Who does the unknown male DNA belong to? Who does the unknown female hair belong to? All right. Oh, should we? Pardon. Should we hear it again? Should we hear it again? Let's see if we can hear it again. Let's see. It's worth hearing again, isn't it? All right. Let's see. I'll play it just for you. Let's see. Okay. Here we go.
When he was 13, because life happens and our family is just, we take care of each other. When something's wrong, we take each other in and we fix it. And that is how we fixed it.
Is that how you fixed the jury? Is that how you fixed the jury? Is that how you fixed the whole narrative about what happened that day? Really? Interesting. I believe you do. I believe you do come together and you do fix it. I believe that statement. One of the few statements I believe. I believe you came together and you fixed it. Like you called it a search. Oh, sorry. You called it a search when it wasn't a search. Just a moment, please. Okay. But can't establish a time of death. Of course not, because listen, let's think in sensible terms. Why can't you establish a time of death? Because establishing a time of death would break apart this timeline. Okay? That's why they could not have a time of death that's accurate established. An accurate time of death for each girl breaks apart the timeline. Therefore, you have no accurate times of death. Okay? Same with the stomach contents. You can't have the stomach contents because if you had the stomach contents, it would break down the narrative. Same with pregnancy test. You can't have the pregnancy test results because pregnancy test would break down the narrative. Same with these extractions of the family's phones. You can't have the family's phone extractions because that would break down the narrative. Same with the 70 days of interviews of all the important players because that would break down the narrative. This was all planned out to a T. There's no way in hell this was just a random sex fueled crime. No freaking way. No way one person did this. Listen, if it was a sex fueled crime, why is it not Richard Allen's DNA on the genitalia and the breast and the inner thighs? And why is it not his semen? If it's a one-man attack with a bladed weapon, where are the defensive wounds? Zero defensive wounds. Pardon me. I'm trying to stay fueled up. This delicious chocolate. Listen, about the so-called Norse religion stuff. I am Norwegian. Well, welcome from Norway, the land of Vikings, and we learned about the religion and runes. Nothing about the scene looks like Odinism to me. Might be some symbolism, not Norse. Well, I've said it many times, and I completely agree with all of Dr. Dawn Perlmutter's conclusions, which she said is she thinks it's someone's idea of what you would do when you do a sacrifice. In other words, it's a fantasy. It's someone's ideas of what looks occult. Okay, possibly mixed with what they saw on Brad Holder's page. So let's say they know some things about tarot. They've seen some images. So they stage the bodies to look like tarot because they think that that is a cult. And then they've seen Brad Holder's page because it's probably some people that know Brad Holder. Let's be honest here. So then they move the sticks around, make it look like something they've seen Brad Holder do. Yes, Brad. I think you know who killed the girls. Why? Because that's what you told Max. All right. To me, the wounds indicate two perpetrators, something like that. I don't know. Oh, look, Joanna says, I'm the one who made those DNA graphics. Want to let you know I'm working on a hair graphic coming soon. Can't wait. Thank you. They're beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for doing those. Let's keep doing it. Oh, by the way, Joanna, if you're still watching, there's an error. Okay. You use True Crime Designs images, I believe. There's an error on that image. Let me point it out to you. I'll do it in real time for everyone watching too. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully she's still here. So this is for Joanna if she's still here. Let's see. Do a screen share. All right. Joanna, you see this stick right here that I'm pointing at? This one right here? This one right here doesn't belong. You can paint this stick out. In the crime scene photo that this was drawn from, this is an image that's in the foreground. It's not a stick laid on Abby's body. Okay, this is an error. So it'd be really awesome if you could paint this stick right here out of the image because it's inaccurate. Uh, the stick formation on Abby is actually this one right here. It looks like an X with the center stick with the clean sawn edge. Okay, an X with the center stick that's clean cut on the end. The stick here, like I said, this is in the photograph that was accessible or available to her. This was in the foreground on a tree. So it's sort of an optical illusion. It doesn't belong on the body. The only sticks on the body are these three. Okay. So hopefully you saw that. But like I said, for all you listeners, this stick right here that I'm, see if I can, the stick that I'm tracing here, this does not belong. It's not part of the configuration of sticks on her body. Okay. But everything else is accurate here. Everything else is pretty accurate. So thank you, Joanna. All right. All right. That's what we got. Now, they didn't want to tell people there were multiple involved. Well, obviously. Although, remember, we have reason to believe there may be other actors. Nick McClellan, right? Remember. No way one person did this. One of those girls would have ran their ass off trying to get away while the perpetrator was hurting a friend, or at least screamed bloody murder. Okay. All right. So, what's up, Leasia? This is unreal. I've never seen such corruption in all my life. Okay. I believe they knew everyone and thought they were among friends and family. They never saw it coming. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Let me go look for something here. Let's see. All right. What else do we have? Now you know why there were no cameras in the courtroom, obviously. All right. I think I'm getting tired already. Are we going to cut this short? Cut this show short today? Exactly. No time of death because it would prove it didn't happen the way that they tell you. Okay. They stuck together till the end. Yeah, bullshit. This one's a hero. That one's a hero. Bullshit, bullshit. Come on. They're victims, not heroes. Okay. What if they were blindfolded and attacked at night? You got a point there. Okay. All right. Why would Richard Allen's attorneys not bring the jury the fact that neither blood or semen was matched to Richard Allen? It's insane. I'm trying to catch up to the chat so I can really get what you guys are talking about at this moment. So let me rush ahead. No defensive wounds, no ligature marks or anything. Something very, very bad. It tells me multiple people. Multiple people. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's a shame it had to go down that way. Go down that way. Go down what way? Okay. We all know the stories, right? All the damn stories. Yeah. And you're really hitting on a pertinent point here. When does the FBI get kicked off? And why would you turn them away? Why would you kick them out? Why would you not utilize the vast resources that they brought to the table? Doug Carter, the Riddler, is a fucking joke. He's shameful. He took responsibility. So we're going to make or hold him accountable. Okay, so you're accountable. We should be upset with you, Doug. That's what you've said over the years. Okay, well, guess what? We are, because it sounds like you're full of shit. Two dead girls. The judge signed a probable cause affidavit for the arrest of Richard Allen. Sure, the judge sure did, and then immediately resigned. You want to tell us what's really going on, Doug? The Riddler. It's a fascinating story, and I'd like to tell it, but today is not that day. When is going to be the day after you retire and go away permanently, and no questions ever get answered? It's not making sense. If the 14-year-old had the foresight to film her killer to aid in the investigation to solve it, then why not just fucking call 911 immediately? Yeah, that was all a fantasy. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I also remember Anna saying that she picked up those girls on the day before, right? Whatever happened to that bullshit? Because we know that pretty much everyone that got on the witness stand perjured themselves. We pretty much know that now. Just about every one of them. Okay. Still 30 minutes behind. Both Libby and Lyric Cook from Evansdale has fathers who were involved in selling meth. I think both sets of girls were killed by Odin's, but different members. Too many similarities. Can't make this shit up. Okay. Didn't Messer's girlfriend, Taylor Hornady, talk about a major amount of blood on her car after Messer borrowed the car and went to Delphi? Could have been Abby's blood. I don't know. I don't know. Could have been uh, one of the girls' blood or both. Took several washes to get it off, you know? All right. Let's keep reading. Sarah, welcome. I found your channel and EOAs around the same time. So glad I did. The mysterious details of this case have always haunted me, but I didn't have enough info to understand all of its complexities. There are too many complexities. That's it. That's the thing I'm saying. There's too many. Then there's all the misinformation, disinformation that's been intentionally interjected. It's a mountain of shit to get through. That's what's so hard for newcomers. All right. I believe there were times of death established, and maybe they were different for each girl. Exactly. And then they just deleted that fucking fact. In the August hearings, the phone was described as dry, not dirty. The shoe it was in must have also been dry, except for the little bit of blood absorbed from the sweatshirt. Okay, exactly. Semen doesn't get up into the cervix in both girls due to laundry. Okay. You're saying it's an injection of what? What causes immobility, but you are physically aware of your surroundings and it wears off? I don't know. Is that the date rape drug? All right. Well, I don't believe a thing Kelsey says. This man is innocent. It's scary. I thought Libby passed and Abby lay for hours before passing. Bullshit. That's part of the bullshit storytelling they've done to you over the years. They tell so many fucking stories, story after story after story after story. The jury never seemed to wonder how the girls were naked. Right. Both girls were naked at some point. Both had unknown male DNA on their genitalia. Possible traces of semen. Unknown male DNA under the fingernails. But you're not supposed to be thinking about any of that. .420 watching. 442 watching. 442 watching. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like if you're watching. Please come in and join the chat. And hey, if you're on the replay, can't help you there, except I can say or ask you to please join the comment section. Okay? Please join the comment section. It's nice in the comment section. Once the video is posted, when the live ends, you can join the comment section, have a ball. We discuss. It's wonderful to keep discussing. Even though you missed the live, we can still participate. Well, you guys are speaking things that I wouldn't let myself think earlier. You guys are getting to me little by little. Now listen, there's unknown male DNA on all the sexual organs of the girls. Explain that. And under their fingernails. Why was it not attempted to match to every male they had DNA for from the city of Delphi? Come on. Maybe both girls were taken off scene. Libby forced to see Abby's demise, brought back to staging area, and unalived her there. Something like that. Yeah. Something like that, I believe. Okay. Yeah. Join the club. It's absolutely disgusting. It's disheartening. It's sickening. It's incredibly sad, and it's infuriating. The takeaway might be if more than one male ejects or on the murder victim, the police will not be able to separate them. I don't know about that. Just finished symbolism at the crime scene. Before I even saw that, I thought it was two Heil Hitlers and white supremacist symbolism. No, no, come on. Am I the only one to think the horses were how they brought them back? No, I've thought that because I thought Garrett Kurtz killed the girls, and I thought they might have moved the bodies using Ron Logan's horses because Garrett was very familiar because he had worked those horses. Therefore, those horses would have cooperated with Garrett very quietly, and it would have been easy to bring them from Wilson Bridge all the way to Ron Logan's on a horse. Okay, and that's one of the theories I've always had. No way any medical examiner wouldn't do those basic tests. Why give credence to them by saying there's no autopsy details? Just not plausible, but accepted for some fucking reason. Like every other gaslight, uh, uh, just in unlikely assumption and story that they come up with, people accept shit. I don't know. Thanks, New Day. Sorry having to chime in spurts. Finishing up work, so I'll be able to chime in more often in a minute. Hey, welcome, artist formerly known as. All right, what's up, Cromley? Cromley in the house too. What's up, Cromley? The bodies, if left out overnight, would have shown weathered or frozen rigor state with like a frost or dew on the bodies. Uh, I think they did. I think they did. I mean, Abby's hair looked like it had been wet. They were both porcelain white. Abby was definitely cleaned. Abby could have been kept in that uh, freezing cold creek. We just don't know enough. You know, that's the problem. There's so many unknowns. Libby was dragged. Libby was dragged a little. Okay. I still think Abby living so close to the crime scene has a role in solving this. It just bothers me. It's never been mentioned as much as it should have been. The bodies could have been there. Yes, very close. I'm thinking a third of a mile, a third of a mile to the crime scene, a quarter of a mile to the bridge, I believe. People seem to just breeze over that or skim over it or bypass it or not really think about how close Abby lived. Christy, it's considered the Stevenson's murders are related. This makes you nauseous. That will make you toss your cookies. Oh, it's disgusting. Okay. Yes, we've mentioned Valles Blot many, many times. We've also mentioned Lupercalia many, many times. We talk about it regularly. Give it to us straight, Prof. I don't like many things. Let's discuss every angle and opinion. Oh, you mean what I was saying about Wolfpack Motorcycle Club? I think it's a absolute fucking distraction. I wouldn't waste a single minute on it. So now you know how I feel. All right. The defense seemingly gave up at the end. In my opinion, they should have known Go wasn't going to let the third party in stuff. They already knew that. I mean, they should have known that for months. They should have went to trial in January, and Richard Allen could be out on appeal. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't know. I think the defense knew towards the end of trial it wasn't going to go their way. I reckon they were thinking long term appeal. Still doesn't make sense to not present your defense. I mean, let's be real here. They did not present their defense. Do you understand now? What took 5 years for an arrest? To get their ducks in a row and get their story straight? You know, pagan heathenry. Um, wasn't it Amber Holder who said, yes, those are absolutely symbols of heathenry that are placed on those girls? They were not allowed to present a defense. All the crap that happened in this case is a tragedy for those girls and Rick. Yes, well, that's what I mean. And look, I'm not saying Rick didn't have some part in it. I don't know if he had some part in it. I just know this. The fucking truth has not been told. It's absolutely infuriating. It's been nothing but lies. And there's so many unanswered questions. We all want answers to those unanswered questions. Okay. Man. I can't imagine not putting up a timeline, not putting up each DNA evidence, not putting up the van stuff that's been out forever. Yeah, like basically from day one, because like I've mentioned to you, that white van, Weber's white van on Weber's property is on the helicopter video footage. All right. Where's the meth? There's the death. They found blood from male or males there. That must have come from someone. All right. I honestly think those girls might have gone up there to meet boys, and the people they met were not who they thought they were. Who the fuck knows at this point? Because everyone's lied. Listen, if everyone didn't lie, we might know some things, but everyone's lied since day one. Therefore, we know nothing. We don't even have last proof of life. Without last proof of life, how the fuck can you know anything? You can't. You can't know who was last with them when they were alive, who last saw them, who last brought them to wherever they were when they were last living. You don't know anything. Everything you've ever been told has been a lie. Everything's been a lie. Everything. And witnesses perjured themselves on the witness stand. Okay. Is there a freezer at the butcher shop? Yes. Frozen blood would not congeal until thawed. Yes. Is Amir's butcher shop a metal building? Yes, it's metal building. It's huge. Also, you need to consider the shoes. They put them back on Abby, although she was not wearing them for a while. Yes. Okay. I have one channel on TV and chatting on another one on my phone. Interesting, Teresa. All right. All right. So let's keep going. We're getting there. Stephanie Thompson knew exactly what questions were asked. Yes, she did, and she knew the answers. Without her, they can change the narrative and bury it, which is why she's dead, in my opinion. Okay, Joanne, good afternoon from Ontario. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. Those bike rides happen a lot. Yes, $30 a seat, $30 a rider, uh, thousands of riders. Hmm. Pure perverting the course of justice. Yes, it's called obstruction of justice by the family members, by the prosecutor, by the judge, and by law enforcement and the witnesses. The gaslight over free and critical thinkers, however, it's not over for the sheep. What's up? It's a new day for the $3 super sticker. Thank you. Have to keep talking. Okay. All right. Whew. Okay. Now remember this. Remember that the lady who had testified about that 3.5 millimeter jack was former FBI type of person there. All right. The wrongful conviction of an innocent man wasn't done in vain. The arrest of Richard Allen has brought to light so many crucial things that may have never come to light without this wrongful arrest. If it was wrongful, like I say, we don't know if he was involved or not. All we know is everything's been a lie. We haven't been shown the truth. There's been zero evidence presented that he was involved, other than the coerced confessions. And there's plenty of exculpatory evidence that he was that others were involved. Teresa, thank you for the $5 super chat. Why was none of that exculpatory evidence allowed in? That's called obstruction of justice. Okay. Roger, welcome. Welcome, Roger. Long time no see. Patties are the fixers. When are they going to luminol the bedroom that they repaired and repainted also and changed drywall? I mean, understand, changed drywall, repainted, hung up frames, murder, no last proof of life, questionable, family lied, etc., etc., etc. Anybody smelling something off here? Kelsey's annoying baby fucking voice and Becky Patty's annoying we're just a wholesome small town family narrative makes me sick. Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. Ask them how many of them are felons. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Oh, where we got. So either that info was suppressed, lost, or there's a medical examiner in on this as well. Well, right. Yes. Yes. Is there a medical examiner in on this? Smells like it. Smells like the whole town is in on it. That's why I constantly shame them and say, you've got a county where half the residents of the county are covering up the murders of two little girls. Make it make sense. Explain it. I say you can't know a fucking motive if you don't know what actually happened. So it's pointless to speculate as to a motive. Pointless. We're trying to get basic facts together. There's no motive in the base, like until we get basic facts. Okay, Christy says, I read the Frank's motion last night. It's clear to me who was involved in the crime. I just don't understand who is covering for them and why. Well, like I said, though, you can't be even sure of that. What if what the Franks memorandum is showing you is only the tip of the iceberg? So, what if one or two or three of them were involved, but then you have six, seven, or 10 that are not even named in that? So, don't go running with the Franks memo like it's the end all be all of the situation. That's a big mistake that everyone's made. The Franks memorandum is giving you a few names from a few investigators. That's it. Remember, you still had Megan Allen and all those people she was with who've been implicated in this by their own doing. You still had several people confess to this crime by their own volition. You still had Garrett Kurtz, Chris Mathis, Nick Edwards, and a bunch of the Kokomo crew implicated in this through their own words and admissions. And in there, you have several murderers. Don't get it twisted. The Franks memorandum is nothing. It's just a glimpse into the possibilities. You even had Keegan Kline testify or allege several times that him and his father were involved, that his dad went down there to the creek with the girls while he waited in the cemetery in a car, and that his dad came back bloody and said, "We had fun, but all I did was help move the bodies. And we threw the murder weapon in the Wabash." Yeah, that happened. Excuse me. Okay. Brad knew it was going down, hence the gym visit. Brad told Max he knows who did this. Yes. Max is in Libby's friend. Yes. That she was allegedly talking to the night before. Yes. At the very same time that Megan Allen was out there calling desperately to her mother was the same time that the girls were allegedly begging Max. Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? Brad Holder is the father of Logan Holder, who was the one having sexual contact with Abby Williams. Okay. Right from the start, I thought this seemed like a teenager's crime. A bunch of meth head fucking psychotic teenagers, like Carroll County harbors. Yes. Adults covered for teens? Probably, especially if they're the kids of cops, masons, and mayors, and sheriffs, and et cetera, et cetera. Important people, important kids, right? Kids of important people. You started to say, if you, yes, no, I clearly said I think they are related. Okay. Okay, what are we looking at here? I'm exhausted already. Jeez, man. Too early in the morning for all this talking. It's astonishing how much was left out of the trial. How is this possible? I don't know. How do you not call out the fact that the witnesses were lying on the stand? I mean, should not that have been addressed? Like confronting them with their prior statements? Oh, Derek German, interesting because you've in years prior, Anna Williams said that she picked up the girls. So how is it that you picked up the girls? Which one of you were lying? Oh, for years you said that Libby was wearing sweatpants. How is it now that suddenly she's in jeans? Yeah, why is it the family asking about that unknown male DNA? Hmm? And why does someone who's run for mayor and been mayor suddenly decide to step down and go into the prosecutor's office to help? And now he's been gifted a judgeship. Hmm. Isn't it protocol to watch for all this? The stomach contents, the toxins, the pregnancy, time of death. All right. All right. Like I said before, the question is not who is being protected. The question is what is being protected. What would be worth all of this? What do you think would be worth all of this? A multi tiered cover up from the bottom to the top, everywhere from the searchers, the family, the local cops, the sheriffs, the state police, the prosecutors, the judge, attorney general. What would be worth protecting to this extent? You're just like me. First, you were behind Doug, then all the shenanigans. Lost respect. Because Doug, no one likes being strung along, gaslit, and bullshitted. No one likes it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mudbug. $2 super chat. Thank you, Mudbug. Leanne, or Liasia Ann says, I think meth and money have a lot to do with this, and Kelsey led her own sister to her death. Kelsey and Carter just a little too close. Weird. Are we sure the girls ever crossed the creek? No, we're actually kind of the opinion they never crossed the creek. They didn't cross. We're pretty sure they didn't cross the creek. I think evidence of avoiding anything sexual like might be because it might have shown a light on their possibly compromised status and started questions in this direction. It's sanitized. Does chloroform work like the movies? Every other kidnapping movie has chloroform on the bandana. I mean, maybe the green bandana was used. Well, remember on Abby's face, there's some sort of striations, almost like it's a bandana or some kind of cloth, because it's not tape. If it was tape, there would be tape residue. Okay. All right. November 19th. This is where we are. If we're all being honest, until I hear from otherwise from the jurors, I'm firmly convinced they were already fixed on guilty. I mean, it sounds like it. It feels like there's something wrong here because that's the thing I was saying with Snake and my other friends. I'm saying, how on earth do you get a unanimous guilty verdict out of a jury that's otherwise seemingly intelligent with this? I mean, especially after you had someone from FBI say that phone had a jack plugged in and plugged out. And the point I was trying to make about that, and I've been trying to make in every live, is 5:44 p.m. there is the last ping of the phone. 5:44, okay? 5:45 there's the headphone jack activated. 5:49, which is 4 minutes later, the third phone leaves the geofencing area. Doesn't it sound like somebody had the phone, plugged something in, left, and left the phone there? Welcome, CAA. Thank you for the super sticker. Super sticker. Thank you very much. What's up, Lewis? I have a little gnat bothering me. Okay. Was one or both of the girls killed? I mean, pregnant? We don't know. We don't know. Was one or both, was either of the girls or both of them pregnant? We don't know. Everyone got focused on the magic bullet to distract from the DNA evidence or lack thereof. Yes. Well, there's a lot of DNA evidence. None of it matches to Alan. But why is it all on the external genitalia and other places it shouldn't be? It's all over the girls' bodies. Come on. I wonder if they've even entered the unknown DNA into the national DNA database. Holy shit! Never thought that about the horses. Oh, you mean with Garrett Kurtz and Ron Logan? Well, I think that like half of this crime took place at Wilson Bridge. I believe Abby was dead at Wilson Bridge. I believe they took those girls from Wilson Bridge, brought him over to Highbridge, or not Highbridge, Ron Logan's, and then finished off Libby, and then stabbed Abby in the neck to make a little blood come out. Okay. It's most definitely hangman and magician flipped. Thank you, Emma. Yes, that's what I say in my symbolism video. I thought they always said Libby was wearing sweatpants. They sure did. Ritual or not, someone tried to make it look that way. Yes, that's part of the staging. How can it be denied to be brought in for reasons? Well, possibly, yeah. I mean to say possibly. I meant to say fucking word. I'm at a loss for words. The absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. It was made to look like a ritual. That's part of the staging. So why not allow all that you can in about that? Give the jury the information they need. All right. The only case I know of that's literally emotional roller coaster. All the great pubes, groupies, freaks, fell for his phony timeline. Yes, I would love a live stream on dismantling his time frame. No, we've done it a million times. It's oh gosh, man, I can't even continue. I'm exhausted. Okay, I think the grandpa brought one of the girls in his canoe. Searching for the girls like the search was a cover up. Enough water in the creek, snow melt. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, thanks for this info. If this doesn't wake people up, I don't know what will. It's infuriating. Well, that's what we've been saying for 2 years here. Where's all the blood? Exactly. There happens to be a butcher shop catering place just down the street from the Wells Street cell phone tower. There's also lots of metal buildings. Well, there's the butcher shop, which would be a great place to drain someone's blood. God, I still can't catch up with the chat. All right. All right. Sweet Dude Shibby says, I think it was at least three men, one closed in Brad Holder, one from behind Elvis Fields, down the hill to a waiting car driven by Pat Westfall taken elsewhere. Could be. Kathy S, $5 super sticker. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you very much. Okay, let's keep going. right, just a moment, please. All right, let's keep going. All right. It still doesn't make sense for the defense to just stop what seemed like in the middle. I would say the first 20% of their case in chief. Curious as to what happened. Me too. Hopefully find out when the gag is lifted. Yes, me too. Because there are all these bullshit scenarios people are coming up with. I don't believe any of them. I want to know what really happened. Why did you really stop 25% into your case? You were there to provide an exhaustive, thorough, compelling defense for Richard Allen. So, what really happened? All right. Shane Evans' face said it all at the presser. He was involved, besties with Kobe. He looked like he was shitting bricks, having a baby, and afraid for his life, didn't he? Very frustrating that we're here 7 years later with someone convicted and still don't know what the fuck really happened. Okay, Mallory. Hello, enjoy your coverage and kindness to viewers. Wish I'd found your channel a long time ago. There was so much I didn't know about the case. We're all still learning, but welcome, welcome, welcome. And there's plenty on the channel you can go explore. And thank you so much for finding us and being here. Brad Holder worked all day on shift, but goes to the gym at 2 or 3 a.m. pumped up. I've worked shift work. On day shift, you ain't going to the gym in the middle of the night. Did he have work the next morning? Right. Let's see what else we got here. I'm still 30 minutes behind, man. I can't catch up for nothing. Okay. I believe the ritualistic staging was a ruse to hide from the real motive. Sounds like it, Lewis. That's what I'm beginning, you know, that's what I'm beginning to think. Something along those lines. It's left hand, Rick H. You're coming in late. I mentioned it earlier. It's left hand. It's on her left hand, which is also the side of her body that the injury is to. The cut on her neck is on the left side of the neck. The hair on the hand is on the left hand. Okay. Let's keep going. Obstruction also by half the YouTube channels, Facebook groups, and Reddit, because they all work for the same team. It's called Troll Farm. Okay. Right. Hello, don't you remember anything about the beginning? Of course I do. Garrett Kurtz and his friends went to jail. And do you remember the YouTube channel Open Secrets? Yes. Weren't there answers there? Yes. Open Secrets is amazing. I have a whole playlist. If you look at my playlist on the main channel, I have an entire Open Secrets, Garrett Kurtz, Chris Mathis playlist. Essential viewing. They put themselves involved in Delphi. When is anyone going to fucking realize what they said? They also alleged that there's a snuff film that Nick Edwards had that Ashley Garth saw. All right. Okay. What else we got here? Oh, I missed the part where they replaced drywall and everything and repainted Libby's room. When was that reported? Yeah, you mean a few days before they allegedly? Yep, not suspicious at all. No. Well, you add that to all of the lies, inconsistencies, lying ass witnesses, and blah 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 blah, and you wonder why was there any investigation at that home? I mean, there wasn't even investigation at Mears, right? Mike Patty did the investigation at Mears. Like, come on now. Yes, the medical examiner changed his opinion on the potential murder weapon after discussing with Nick McClellan 3 times. All right. Getting tired here. This is my legs for some reason. Okay, so let me see what I can do here. Just a moment, working on something. Jeez, come on. Okay. The medical examiner had an epiphany, like Doc on Back to the Future. He bumped his head and saw the flux capacitor, and the medical examiner met with McClellan, and he saw the box cutter. Yeah. All right. Exactly. Frank says a sliver. Okay. What's the theory on the bedroom being painted? That something happened in the bedroom, like one of the girls got hurt. That's a theory. I mean, is it not fucking logical? Okay. As soon as Ferenczi got murdered by the CO, the other two were actually doing investigating. They stopped. Yes, they were scared shitless. My dad was murdered by cops and townspeople. Everyone covered it up, hung dad in a tree, and staged suicide in the jail shower at 2:30 a.m. Town covered it up. Whole town knew. It's called Delphi. Whole town knows. No one will say shit. Oh, you don't say. Greeno admitted to being at the bridge and admitted a gang initiation was going on in one of his videos several years ago. Well, which is exactly what Megan Allen says, that it was a gang initiation. That's why she was gang raped. And that's why she stabbed someone in the neck to see what it would feel like. And you know what else is funny? That Elvis Fields said that after this, when he spat on one of the dead girl's bodies, that he suddenly had a brother now. He told his sister he had a brother now. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Before the Franks, I thought the Kokomo crew had to be involved. I thought Garrett Kurtz and Ashley Garth were the couple fighting on the bridge, and Palladino put the hit on in Liberty because of her dad for the cartel. Well, why is your mind changed? I don't see why your mind would change because of the Franks. I mean, the Franks just add some other things to be cognizant of, in my opinion. I've always thought what you just said here. Flowers left in Mears barn, probably where the gang initiation happened. I don't know. I mean, there's too much to all of this. You guys know all the deal. Okay, you know all the deal. If this jury was legit, why would they ask for the edited video of Bridge Guy? Exactly. Can't get over the sweatpants either. Yeah, for 7 years or five or however many, they fucking lied about the sweatpants until the photos leaked. When they saw the leaked photos, then they changed the story to, oh, yeah, no, we were wrong. She was wearing jeans. And then Becky came out and said, oh, I actually found the sweatpants when I was cleaning up. That's when I realized she wasn't wearing those. Bullshit. You know what else? Gray Hughes. He said, oh, yeah, well, I guess it was jeans then. Moving right along. The families have spoken. Richard is BG, and the big bad BG got their girls with a box cutter in less than 30 minutes and then was seen muddy and bloody by a trustworthy witness, Sarah Carbo. Yeah. Yeah. It's so much shit to swallow. Okay. And no one believes it anymore. Let's be real here. Okay. Okay. No, Sarah Carbo said, muddy guy in a tan coat or sweater or hoodie. Looked like he was in a fight. Liggett added bloody and changed the coat to a blue coat to match Bridge Guy. And after 2 years, and after saying it something like 32 times, muddy, suddenly she has an epiphany, just like Doc in Back to the Future, just like the medical examiner. Sarah Carpel has an epiphany years later and decides, oh no, you know what? He was bloody 16 times and not said and didn't say muddy once. That's your reliable witness, your credible witness. Okay. Oh, this is hard to get through today. I guess I'm just low energy. Prof is right when he says new world is old world and whole cult layer beneath. The question is, what is protected? There you go. World is not what it appears to be. What is protected, not who. If you figure out what is being protected, the who will be obvious, easily revealed. Okay. Okay. Why do people keep talking about some gang? I think it was a motorcycle gang. Yeah, you're saying outlaw. People keep saying outlaws, but why is it all the people that I find and get a thread on? They're all Hell's Angel. Hmm? Okay. Judge Diener recused. Ives stepped down, gave up on the girls, refused to cooperate and testify in the trial. What the fuck is Ives hiding? What the fuck is Diener hiding? What the fuck is Carter hiding? What the fuck is the prosecutor, the sheriffs, and Doug Carter and everyone else hiding? All right. I think many people who had good intentions when this thing went down have been threatened, scared, paid into compliance. True statement there, Jennifer. That's a nice observation. I've never, I see it now that you mentioned it, but I've never heard anyone mention that before. And that's a amazing comment there. Abby's top looked almost like maternity clothing, the way it bloused out around the bottom, not usual teen wear. Pardon. I lean towards they were brought into the butcher shop. Mike Patty plant. Snubbing device could explain marks on Abby's lips and jaw, blood drained when the body hosed, washed. I've thought about this since trial. Well, that's exactly what Master Trooper retired Swisher, our good friend, that's exactly what he thinks happened. He thinks those girls were brought to the Mears barn. He thinks that things happened in there. It would be very easy to get rid of the knife because you're in a butcher shop. Did I say barn? I meant butcher shop. He thinks those girls were brought right across the street to that butcher shop, that something happened in that butcher shop. The girl was washed, the knife was washed, put back on the wall. Then the girl was brought dead across the street, dumped at Ron Logan's, and they killed Libby out. Prof, I missed another live. Just home from work, and the weather here is awful. Icy roads after the snow. Here too. Here too. We've got snow on the ground. It's horrible. It's freezing. It's icy roads. But you know what's funny? Not many people have watched those lives with Master Trooper Joe. I really suggest you do. Okay, especially the last one we did. Go watch, look for the last live we did with Master Trooper Joe Swisher. Okay. Okay. Now it's a good time to remind you again. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please support the channel. If you're in the chat, I mean, if you're in the lurker crew, please join the chat. And if you'd like to support the channel, we would love and we need your support. There's plenty of pathways to support the channel financially. Please do, and please hit the like. All right, there's like a nebulous composite of gangs: Sons of Odin, Firm 22, Vinlander Social Club, American Guard, Hammerskins, blah, 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 Aryan Brotherhood, Dirty White Boys, blah, 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 blah. But the overarching thing is a prison connect. Remember. All right. Okay, what's essential to recognize is many levels of workers are required to propagandize a crime, which is why they have an entire PR gang that have controlled that has controlled these murders or this crime since day one. And by that, yes, I mean Gray Hughes and the entire troll farm creators and all of the trolls who have terrorized, literally domestic terrorists, have terrorized the entire community. Was the jury made aware of the unknown male DNA? Two, explanation for Gay Pube's private videos. He wants to hide the insane amount of money he raked in from grifting. Or two, he doesn't want the defense to use his interference with the case, and voila. Well, tough for him because it's already been documented. Hoo, you're fucked, Gray. Let's see. I feel just like you do. I feel just like you do. Okay, just a moment. New subscriber, been following the case since almost day one. In my opinion, this case has just started. The uncovering of the case will be huge. Thank you, and I agree, and thank you. New subscriber, been following case off and on from February 14th, 2017. Saw your last live. Blown away from all the info I did not know. Well, thank you. Thank you very much and welcome here. You're welcome to be here and we appreciate you. All right. All right. It says Holder didn't work out at 2 a.m. Um, he just said it to justify his bragging that he's so pumped and full of testosterone. That's what adrenochrome would do to you, right? Drinking of blood or whatever. All right. Thank you, Spike Dog, for the $1.99 super sticker. Thank you. So many names related to this case. It's hard to keep up. Also different, so many different tangents. Exactly. Thank you, Prof, for continuing to cover. There's so many questions that need answers and new people who need to know facts. All right. I would bet money that Garrett Kurtz knows what happened. All right. Okay, I got to eat some more chocolate. I'm fading. But look, PS says, please be patient with me with the chocolate. Sorry. PS says, I still can't believe the medical examiner would not look at stomach contents in criminal cases with no other way to determine time of death. Do we believe the PI who spoke to Moth and said report showed empty stomachs? Yes. All right, what else we got? Thanks everyone for being here. I really appreciate your nice comments too. The kind comments are awesome. Keep me coming back. Augie says, hey, Prof and Chad, I just wanted to say keep up the good work. I'm listening while working, so can't really participate. Well, welcome, Augie. Keep working. Uh, Shell says, hi, missed the start, but here for some truth. Love from the UK. Welcome, UK. Medical examiner was shit. No stomach contents, no liver temp taken, and a box cutter epiphany, and no time of death. Eric Alter. Oh, did he work at Packers? Hmm. Is that true? I missed that. Where did I say that the clothes look staged? I'd like to know that. I'd like to go see that because I'm telling you my opinion, my theory here. My theory is that the clothes that were thrown in the creek were thrown in the creek. They were part of the staging. to make you think those girls crossed the creek. They were there. It's like a trail of breadcrumbs, right? It's to breadcrumb you into believing that they went across that creek. The Snapchat of Abby is from another device. Okay. I don't know if that's true, Sean. I don't know if that's true. I'm not gonna back that up because I don't think it's true. I don't know it's true. All right. All right. So what we got here? Still working on this. Let's see. Jenny Roberts. Kelsey knows a lot more than she says. She's a narcissistic. What kind of evil do you have to be to know what happened to your little fucking baby sister and flip it around and make it all about yourself? Yeah. Psycho. All right. So what else are we looking at? Trying to 15 minutes behind. I'm catching up slowly but surely. Didn't Anna say once that Abby wore her top? I think so. She said that when saying there was no way she was meeting a boy, messy bun. Look, look. At this point, fuck anything that any of the family has ever said, even the parents. Have I made myself clear? I said it as nice as I could because I almost said something mean. Okay. Um, I've tried to watch Douche several times and he's too rude. Well, he's a shill. Okay. What else we got here? Hmm. This is good. This is good. Oh, yeah, here's one. I really hope the jurors find this channel. Me too. I hope the jurors find this channel. I hope they find Rick Snay. I hope they find Joe Lewis. I hope they find Raffy. I hope they find Burke Hart. I hope those jurors find all the damn good channels and get their heads out of their ass, feel real bad about it, and come and talk to us because I think it would be a blessing. It'd be amazing to have interviews with the jurors and the defense attorneys. I want to talk to Baldwin and Rozzy, okay, on this show. I want to have Baldwin, I want to have Rozzy, I want to have Max, I want to have everyone involved in the defense. I want to have the jurors. Let's talk. Okay. I urge everyone to watch Prof's video called Symbolism at the Crime Scene. Please do. And thank you for mentioning that, Elizabeth. Um, it's one of my best videos. And it shows you that, okay, you have to put it this way and use extremes. The whoever staged these bodies did not have zero knowledge of occultism. Okay, they had some knowledge. But they also did not have 100% accurate Odinist knowledge. Okay, so when you look at this crime scene, it's kind of like LARPing or fanboy like or ovenism. It's like this, like I said, the bodies are staged kind of like tarot figurations. The sticks are kind of put like imitation runes. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay. All right. So is that true? Is that true, KLL, that Brad Holder and Sandifer spent the night at Ron's on the 12th? Is that true? That would be evidence of the pig roast. Okay, the pig roast, the party at Ron Logan's, where the entire Kokomo crew and Megan Allen and everyone else, and probably Garrett and probably Holder and Sandifer and all of these assholes were fucking gathered, and the girls end up dead. That would be proof of a pig roast, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm gonna speed this up. Watching from Scotland. Welcome from Scotland. Okay. Um, Huckleberry. Good afternoon. Glad to see you live. I was looking for something. I'm late. Watching from the beginning. If it were laundry, why the concentration at her private parts? That's what I'm saying. The unknown male DNA is concentrated on the private parts. Okay. All right. In my opinion, multiple people played small parts in this crime. So to help confuse everything. And yes, and every witness lied, and all the family and everyone, everybody lied. Right. War Lion, Raffy, that may be Raffy. Sup, Prof? Want you to know my issue is not with you. We're all on the same side. I owe you an apology. Thank you, Raffy. Hopefully that's you. Let me check them out, make sure it's you, because you know we get the trolls come in here spoofing the fuck out of everyone's channels. Looks like it might be you. I can tell if it's you real quick. Let's do this. Well, don't know. Hopefully it's you. Okay. Man, I am exhausted. Okay. Okay. Was trying to confirm Warline. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate the apology. And same here. Same here. We're all good. Okay. Can't figure out who I think did it from day to day. Sometimes I think possibly Kelsey and friends. Other times I think Odin, but I never think Richard Allen. Tracy Williams. Hello again, Prof. from Tracy in Wales. Welcome from Wales. Been watching your videos since Richard Allen was found guilty. I'm so glad I found this channel. Well, I'm so glad you found us too. And you're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Shay Watson became a member. Thank you for becoming a member. Weren't you already a member? Um, Mama G says, how can we see all these facts? Where can they be found? I think you're a smart dude and you've been right on so many things. I like your channel so much. I need to go back and watch your, well, I got a lot of videos. Look at the community pages. I'd like you to be aware. So this is for everyone, not just for you. Okay, this is for everyone. Community pages. I use them. So if you go look at both community pages on both my channels, they're full of good stuff. So if you're interested in some stuff, look at the community pages. Okay. And I got some old videos and stuff. Hi, Prof. I don't believe anything anyone connected to this case says. No, and you shouldn't. Let me say the way that I've come to feel is don't trust anyone associated with this case. Anyone, especially the YouTubers. Okay, and the Facebook group mods and people on Facebook. I mean, it's all it's horrible. Okay. Thank you, Monday. All right. Andrea wasn't believing the evidence and how court was being run. Yeah, did she see it was all fucking game? Yeah, I mean, Andrea, remember the day Holman testified? Something clicked in her brain because it was so blatant what he was doing on that stand. But see, I had other friends in the courtroom. So, oh, let me sneeze. Um, my friends in the courtroom, they were astonished by Sarah Carbo's behavior. They were like, Prof, you wouldn't believe like how nasty and shitty she was and untrustworthy. That's what I'm saying about this whole thing. How could this jury be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt in when you take it all together? Okay. All right. So, um, the only confession you have that is close to the state's theory was not recorded, um, taken down by the same psychologist. And oops, she threw away her notes. Yeah, just like oops, Dan Doolin didn't record the interaction with Rick Allen. And oops, he didn't save his handwritten notes from that interaction. So we have to take Doolin's word for it 100%. And that's crucial to the timeline. And what all the trolls do, they say, no, he put himself there at the time. Oh, no, he didn't. And they say, he changed his story. If he's not guilty, why did he change his story? Whoa, who are you to say he changed his story? It's Dan Doolin and Nick McClellan asserting that he changed his story with zero proof. Okay. Sorry, once I've started sneezing, I'm not going to stop. So now I'm going to have several sneezes in the next 10 minutes. Okay. All right. Before I start painting the unknown male DNA, can't they do familial DNA testing, like the testing they're using to solve cold cases? You would think. And hey, do you know that Coy Cox is the lead investigator for Stevenson's? He recently just solved a cold case of a brutal crime using old ass DNA and I believe a fingerprint. Listen, these cases can be quote unquote cold. This evidence can be quote unquote old. Uh, things can be done. Don't give up on Delphi. Never. Do not give up on this because do you think any of us, do you think any of these people in this chat are giving up on this? No one's giving up on this. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Prof. This is excruciating to break down, and I appreciate it so much. I will leave a comment in the replay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Yeah, did we check Mike, Patty, and Cody's DNA on those girls' sexual organs? Okay, War Lion, what's up, Eye of Apophis? All right. It was not unseasonably warm that morning, and the warmest part of the day was later in the afternoon. It was under 50. Oh, we've already checked all the climate data for the 10 years, past 10 years. It's just average. Okay, the weather was just fucking average. You get it? It wasn't warm, it wasn't freezing, it was just average for that time of year. All right. And I would have put Kelsey on the stand and asked her, why would your blonde hair pulled out from the root be in Abby's dead hand? The same hand on the same side of the body where the injury is. Okay. Thank you to all have looked beyond the fairy tale narrative. Yeah, the state and family approved, law enforcement approved fairy tale fantasy world narrative. Prof, Warlion, AASB, Iva Apophis, Joe Lewis, and others. And all of you are starting to understand. There's no way the shit went down that they tell you. Like I've said, there's no way they didn't find those bodies for 20 hours with 200 people and what is it? 8 hours, 9 hours of daylight, 12 hours of darkness. There's absolutely no fucking way. It's only 500 feet from where they were last known to be. There's absolutely no way they didn't find those bodies. There's a trail that goes straight down to where the bodies were found. All the vantage points surrounding the crime scene are elevated positions. No way those bodies were there. The bodies were porcelain white. They would have stuck out. Okay, bodies weren't there, bottom line. The searchers were turning away the real searchers. They established a perimeter. They cordoned off the area that they were going to move and harm these girls and stage these girls. It is what it is. The reason you don't have any forensics that you're desiring is because it's all been destroyed. Just like the reason you don't have the family cell phone data, it's all been destroyed. Just like the reason you don't have any inclination or indication from the 7 FBI interviews with Kelsey, etc. It's all been destroyed. All the 70 days of interviews of all the relevant people around this case all been destroyed. That's why all the fucking story over the years about what the girls did in the days prior all been fucking a lie. That's why the whole deal with the fucking Snapchats, the saying that Libby called her mother that morning, which never happened. Okay, it was text based on Snapchat, I believe. Text could have been anyone holding that phone pretending to be Libby. Okay, but that was a story people ran with for years, right? The whole thing about, oh, they posted Musical.ly videos the night before. No, they fucking didn't. The account uploaded videos to Musical.ly the night before. True. Well, who knows who did that? Because both of the victims' thumbprints were attached to that phone. So you could have had dead bodies and putting the dead thumbs on that phone, unlocking the phone. The sister had all the logins for all the social media. There's so many red flags around every single aspect of this case. No stomach contents, no times of death. Family can't keep the fucking story straight. Searchers can't keep the fucking story straight. Cops delete and lose everything that would be important, pertinent. And you wonder why people have questions? You've got zero evidence Richard Allen was there that day. Zero evidence of him on the girls. Zero evidence of the girls on him. Zero blood in his car, but he's supposed to be covered in blood like he just slaughtered a pig. Okay, you come in, patronize me, you're deleted from the channel. Get it? I'm mean. I'm mean. Okay. All right. It's so unseasonably warm that Kelsey made sure Libby took the sweatshirt. And she came up with 5 different stories about the taking of the sweatshirt, like every other detail in this. Okay. Prof, train man is unknown DNA. Well, there you go. Now, who was the train guy? Remember the witnesses. Okay, Roberts. His name's Robert. Robert's description of train guy. Fuck it. Robert Gracie is his name. Okay, Robert Gracie. Robert Gracie from Ohio said that train guy said that, that train guy was an identical match to the old guy sketch. He said that train guy said the bodies were found on his property. He said that train guy looked like he could rip your arms off. Okay? Are we clear enough here? It's enough of the fucking secrets, enough of the gaslighting, enough of protecting people who are too fucking scared to stand up and be a man behind the murders of 2 little girls that the whole world is lying about. Okay? Matter of fact, there's about to be a whole lot more truth telling. So you guys get ready. And if you're mad at me, be mad and go cry somewhere else. I'm not protecting anyone anymore. Everyone's lied. Everyone's been a fucking little scared little worm to stand up and be a man behind the murders of 2 little girls. It's time for everyone to step forward, everyone to do more. It's put up or shut up. Listening again from England. Welcome, little boy Blue 78. A lot of information and none points to Alan. Well, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know if Alan had anything to do with it or not. I just know it's not been proven at all. people in Facebook groups. Look, Facebook is where all the retards hang out. Do you understand now? Okay. All right, so there we go. I mean, listen, we've we've read through every fucking court document on this channel if you go back in time. I read through the entire Frank's memorandum. I think it was something like 22 hours of reading I did, like 5 or 6 3-hour episodes. It's all here. Okay. I put up a thousand receipts from the 7 years. Go find them. They're all on the channel. No fingerprints on Libby's phone. Nope. That alone would break most cases. She obviously didn't wipe down her fucking own phone. Yeah, which means Abby, contrary to douche intuition, Abby did not take the phone and want to be a hero, so therefore hid it under her body. We have to stop fetishizing these girls, okay? They weren't heroes. They weren't brave. They weren't adults. They were children. They were victims. They were frightened and they were slaughtered and left in the woods. And whoever did it is being protected by the city of Delphi. Okay? Yeah, you would think, Mary, you would have thought that. Remember, the standard is beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay, so I'm ready to end the show. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Okay. I'm going to sneeze again. Excuse me. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'm fucking dying over here. It's allergy season. Okay, so, all right. 150. Okay. I'm only, believe it or not, I'm only 10 minutes behind. All right. Help me, Rhonda. So much out and still coming out to prove Richard is innocent. It makes me so mad that he's behind bars. Well, I won't say that it proves he's innocent. It proves that his guilt was not proven. That's a difference. I mean, I feel like probably a duck or deer blind was set up to cover the bodies in light of suspected perimeter. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe a tarp was thrown over the bodies that was camouflaged. I mean, how do you explain that the bodies were not found other than they were hidden or they were not there? Mhm. Okay. When you start dreaming about the case, falling asleep thinking about it, or waking up thinking, yeah, it's time to take a break. Well, guess what? I dream about it pretty much every night. I wouldn't say that. Every morning I wake up, I'm literally thinking about it. It's odd. It's odd because every morning when I wake up, it's like the gears are already going about this. Holy moly, the stagers sent away the real searchers. Yes. Volunteer firemen, first responders, police officers, and family. Yes. If it started at Wilson's Bridge, they could have been taken by tunnel to the tunnel by Wilson. Look, let's call it what it is. Wilson's culvert, I think Abby's body was placed in, and maybe Libby was forced to hide there. I think, yes, I think at some point they were in the cave. That's Wilson's culvert, what some people call a tunnel. It's a tunnel, it's a cave, it's a culvert. It's right by Wilson's Bridge. I think that's where the little hut was, a little meth hut. I think they were cooking the meth right there by Wilson Bridge in that little hut where the photos show. And I think the little Wilson's culvert was right there by it. I think the rumors about them being found in a shack and in a cave mean that that's where they were at some point before they were brought to Ron Logan's. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think we're getting close to the end here. So trained guy referred to the first time the girls were found. I don't know. Depends on who is trained guy. Okay, the allegations about trained guy. Let's talk about that. Trained guy was said, or has trained guy himself claimed to have lived in a log cabin. Okay, we've identified all the log cabin homes in that area. Okay, all the way from Wilson Bridge and actually a little past, all the way to Anna Williams and everywhere in between. We've identified all the log cabin homes. There's only a few. We know the family names. We know who lived in them in 2017. It doesn't make sense to me because none of those people hit on my radar. None of those properties hit on my radar. So maybe he was bullshitting about living in a log cabin home. We don't know. But he said he lived in a log cabin home at Deer Creek, and he said the girls were found on his property. And oddly enough, he knew intimate details of the crime scene, including the sticks placed on bodies. This was in March of 2017. This is why I think it's important. He looked like he could rip your arms off. He was a truck driver for Horizon Trucking who operated a small team, and they would go and bring RVs or trucks, drive them across country to do deliveries, take the train back. I think it's odd that he looked identical to the old guy sketch. He looked like he could rip your arms off, which would kind of match what some of the witnesses said, right? And he claims the bodies were found on his possible. He knew on his property. He knew details of the crime scene. Now, how is all of that possible if it's a nothing burger? And this is in March of 2017. All right. Hmm. How do I know? Because I've had tons of locals contact me, and plus I've done my own research, and plus I've had a bunch of good ass people give me receipts. Receipts matter. All right. So, ask Garrett, Ashley, and Chris Mathis. They all know what went down. So does Keegan Klein. Well, they all say they have some knowledge of it. Douche crew. Douche crew. Where is it? Okay, douche crew. What up? What up? Sleuth mentioned aliens on the bridge. Yeah, douche crew. What's up, radar? Shelby met DP and took a male coworker with her. He reported seeing someone. It didn't come up in court. Why wasn't he there? Was defense not aware since their interviews were lost? I don't know. Where's your evidence of that, radar? Send me the evidence. Where's the evidence of shields? Uh, yeah, why was Abby clean and placed there like a little doll? Okay. Mudbug says, I have every document and have read every one of them to date and have read them so many times, yet that is what it takes to fully grasp the fuckery in its entirety. Yep. How many other facts were left out because Nicholas McClellan hoped the defense wasn't made aware of? Uh, okay. Me too, Prof. My mind is never off this case, but personally, I have to take care of myself. Just a day, though. Yeah, that's why I took a few days off this weekend. But I felt good this morning, so I said, let me come on and do a quick live. And now we're almost done with it. That's how it works. Um, you have to be careful with your energy, right? Um, and deer are also linked to Apollo, Deer Creek, and I think it went there to. I went there to look, and I saw two deer as code for the two girls. They are sending a message just normal people can't understand. I agree. I've always thought that it's all bullshit. Remember, that's something else I left out. Why all the confusion over the years about who fucking found the girls and when they were found? The easiest thing in the world to have correct: who found the girls? When were they found? What's the real story? We can't even get that correct because even David Erskine says they were found hours earlier than the official story states. Carter knew legit searchers were being sent away and asked not to search early on. Nobody will speak up because they're scared. Yeah. David Erskine says, we found those bodies, I don't know, in the 10 o'clock hour, more or less. Oh, really? Little Frankie said Becky told him it was in the 11 o'clock hour. Oh, really? Well, why is the official narrative in the 12 o'clock hour? Oh, really? I think none of that shit is true. I believe you found them fucking 9 a.m., 7 a.m., 5 a.m. I don't know. Daylight, daybreak. And who was this person in all black? Because for years we've been told about people in all black. Yeah, this whole thing's been fucked since day one. It's all been it's all been a game. It's all been a real life theater played out on a world stage for you. Okay, so that's my theory. But for real, so much content on the channel for you to explore regarding thousands of hours that we've done on every aspect of the case, reading court documents, looking at receipts from the community over the years, blah, 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 criticizing stuff, exposing the troll farm, talking about Dr. Walla, talking about Doug Carter, reviewing videos, reviewing interviews. We've done all kinds of things. And I mean, the thing is, no matter what we've ever done, it always comes back to the same bottom line. Everybody lied. Okay. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with. And thanks, Prof, for allowing us to share our differing opinions in a safe space. Much appreciated. Well, that's the reason I set up the channel. I've said that many times. I set up the channel for the chat. I wanted a chat centric channel, and that's what we got. And even if I don't read all your chats, because I try to get through it in less than 4 hours, um, the chat's there for you. And as long as people don't gaslight me too bad or be mean to each other, we're okay. The chat's okay. And that's why I always beg everyone from lurking, say, come on in, join the chat, because that's where it's nice. It's the point of us being here. But hopefully you've seen lots of receipts that were worthwhile by hanging out in the chat. So, okay, good evening, Valencia's mom. I'm out of here too. My throat's falling apart on me. Must admit, I'm completely repulsed or revulsed by the reaction of many guilters, minimizing his pretrial incarceration conditions, lack of critical thinking. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of what you think his potential involvement could have been, thing is, nothing was proved. And the bottom line is that this entire time he was a pretrial detainee. They were threatening to kill his wife and daughter and him if he didn't confess. So he did confess. They forcibly medicated him. They put Haldo on top of Prozac, which a bunch of doctors have emailed me and said, you would never do. Okay, so I don't understand how no one heard anything. Yeah. Well, Prof, you did it again. The greatest crime podcast there is. We appreciate. See you. See you again. Well, thank you. Appreciate the kind words. Again, let's bring it around. Okay, let's bring it around to reality again. Okay, before we leave, let's bring it back around to reality. Delphi. What does this look like? Okay. What does this look like? So let's talk about what it looks like again before we leave, because I want this to be ingrained in your memory. Uh, let's do it one more time. Okay. We'll do it one more time. And this girl, Jenna DeBlanc, I'm just so grateful for her making this. Okay, let me get this up again. Mm. Well, have I lost it? Why is it so hard to why is it so hard to keep this going? Let's go to history. All right. Mm. No, he didn't say Abby was propped up against a tree. People have twisted the words of Erskine. Erskine properly described the crime scene. If you go reread, he properly described it. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Trying to blaze through this. I'm so grateful I found your channel. You've clarified a lot about what I felt in my soul about this case. The moment I seen Ari's mugshot on the news, I felt they had the wrong guy. Okay. So let's look at this once more before we adjourn for the day, for the evening. Remember, remember what we're looking at here, because we don't want to get anyone confused. We want everyone to be absolutely like clear here. Let's do it. Here we go. Again, what are we looking at here? The green, the green unknown male DNA. That's all you have to worry about, the green colors. Okay? Let's look at it again, shall we? Oh, where's their unknown male DNA? Look, Abby's fingernails, Abby's vagina, Libby's fingernails, Libby's vagina, inner thighs, breast, unknown male DNA. What does that look like to you? That's the name of the show, right? That's what I called it. What does this look like? What does this look like to you? What does that look? Doesn't that look like sex? And not only is it on this girl, not only is it on this girl, it's on this girl. And under the fingernails of both girls. What does this look like? It looks bad. Anyway, this was one of the least pleasant shows that I've had to do because no one wants to talk about this. But we did. So we're going to see significant changes soon. I hope so. I hope so. As terrible as it is to have to talk about, it's important that we take a sober look at what is. You can't just turn a blind eye to it. You can't play the three monkeys. Okay. You don't want to see it. You close your eyes, you put your head in the sand. Come on. You got to see what's there. So, bless you all. Can't get the girls out of my mind, even in sleep. I wake up thinking about them and the floor girls. So, remember again, no defensive wounds, no defending against someone coming at them with a knife to kill them. No defending. Um, so I'll see you guys later. I'm out of here. It's my throat's shot. But I appreciate everyone for being here. Um, did the jury learn about that DNA? I don't know. It's not Richard Allen's DNA. That much we know. Confirmed. Okay. Placement of the sticks. Glaringly obvious. Okay. No toxicology. No time of death. No stomach contents. No last proof of life. No one finds the girls. No stories ever made sense. Anyway, you guys know the whole deal. Uh, it's become glaringly obvious. It really has. I was speaking with a friend yesterday. I think that for many, many people, it's become glaringly obvious that something is wrong here. That this fairy tale narrative never happened. Someone's lied. Okay. Something's wrong. And I think people are starting to see it for themselves. And so thanks, Prof. Thanks, everyone. Keep the faith. We're going to make this right. Anyway, God bless you all. Thank you, I. Thank you, Tammy. Okay. Mary, V, CAA, Indy Cindy, Melly Mel, KLL, Castaway, Nobody, Nothing, Radar, Laura, Brittany, Lisa, Mudbug, Bonnie, Huckleberry, Jenny, Kit Kat, Janae, Sucresight, Adolph, Aaron Town, Donkey Kong Digital, um, Monday, all of you others, everyone who is here. I'm not going to call all of your names, but thank you all so much for being here. Um, Thank you, Maggie. Maggie just sent a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Love your show, Prof. You're a fantastic investigator. So ballsy when confronting the trolls in person at the courthouse. I was not in person at the courthouse. Okay, Mudbug. But thank you for the super chat. 5 Green Acres, Happy Gnosis, True Justice, Icy Cat. Okay, and look, those who sent super chats, thank you so much to Jake Brooks, It's a New Day, Teresa, Mudbug, CAA, Spike Dog, Shay Watson for becoming a member, and Maggie, and um, and everyone, please hit the like. If you're on the replay, please leave a comment. You can also send a super chat, a cash app, and a super thanks, that kind of thing. Please support the channel. I love it. I love the support. Need the support. Anyway, God bless you all. It's been a long one. I am now officially tired, so I'm going to get out of here. But God bless you. And hey, keep doing what you're doing. That's what Doug said, right? Keep doing what you're doing. We can only talk about what we know, not what we think. But you can talk about what you think and keep doing what you're doing. And so, all right, Doug, we will do that. Cheers. God bless you all. All right. Love each other. Hide your kids, hide your wife if you're in Delphi. Otherwise, love them.